Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my favorite products of 2016. I'm very surprised about myself that I didn't say 2017. It's a good combination between high-end and drugstore products, so it's not just more of one thing, I think. High-end, drugstore. Okay, never mind. There's more high-end things than drugstore, but they're still good. Yeah, I'll say they're still good. It's still good. Keep watching. Probably see a trend because I use these products in a lot of my makeup tutorials. Yeah, so let's get started. My favorite products of 2016. I got my list and everything. If you guys are interested in seeing my favorite products of 2016, keep on watching. Yeah! So in order of how I apply them to my face, that's the order I'm gonna go for. Okay? Alright. So this is just a sample size, but this is my favorite primer of 27. Fuck! I did it! So my favorite primer is the Benefit's Porefessional. I love this one. It is so great. If you have kind of big pores or oily skin or just texture, I found this primer to be great for smoothing out and kind of just like blurring out your face. And it's an awesome primer. My favorite foundation was the Maybelline Matte and Poreless, and I'm in 230. This is probably the #1 foundation that I went to the most this year. This is great if you have oily skin. It gives a very matte but not too flat application. So my favorite foundation powder, I don't have it with me because it's in my little makeup bag, I guess, and that's at my boyfriend's house right now. So that is the MAC Studio Fix foundation. I love that. I've tried other like drugstore foundations and stuff, and powders, I should say, and nothing just beats it. I know it's like higher end and stuff like that, but it's just bomb. It's just good. My favorite setting powder. Oh shit! I'm so happy that was rolling. Oh my god. I'm including all of that in there. Okay, my favorite. Okay, my heart is beating so fast now. Oh, let's start over again. Take like 10. So my favorite setting powder is the Laura Mercier setting powder. I don't set my face with translucent powder all the time, but when I choose to, I do decide to use this one because it's just good. I like it. My favorite brow products for 2016 were, so for my high-end, when I decide to go for a more dramatic brow, I will use the Anastasia Dip Brow. This is the brand that I use for all my clients. I ended up buying like 3 more of these in different shades because I just love them. It lasts all day. But when I decide to do a softer brow, I use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I'm in the shade Espresso. And this is actually what I used to do my eyebrows today. So it still does a really good job, and I've tried the Anastasia ones before, and honestly I think this is so much worth the price, and it does such a good job. I love this. Now for my favorite brow gel, it is the L'Oreal Every video I try and say this word, I cannot say it. Okay. My favorite brow gel of 2016 is the L'Oreal blah 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 blah. Just end this. Just end me. Just end this video. Cut. My favorite brow gel of 2016 was the L'Oreal Brow Plumper in translucent. I also have this in dark brown, or the brown color one, and they're great. The wand is awesome. It's not too fat and like oddly shaped. It's just a nice little wand. It's just good. So my favorite bronzer for 2016 was the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil in Deep Tan. That's the shade. I also have it in Milk Chocolate, and it's just a great bronzer, you know? It smells great. How many times do I have to say great? It smells like cocoa, obviously, but it's just a good color. Like, it's warm, but it still has a cool tone to it. So sometimes when I don't want to contour, I just use this guy. Oh, dang it. I was going in order of my list and my list on my sheet's not even in order. So my favorite concealer was the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, as is everybody's favorite. It's just the best, full coverage. It's blends out nicely. They don't sell this on the Canadian Sephora, I don't think. No, I'm pretty sure I've tried looking for it before. Yeah, they don't have it there, and they don't have it in any of my local Canadian shops, I should say. So I actually had to get my boyfriend's parents when they were in the States to pick it up for me. That's how desperate I was to get this in my hands. And it was worth the price, the extra currency exchange, and the trouble to get it. My other favorite concealer was Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay. This one I've been using for a good couple years, and it's good. It's full coverage, and it's just lightweight, and it's just, when I'm not in the mood for a very full coverage, heavier concealer, I go for the Naked brand one. So these are both really good. My favorite contour palette was the Kat Von D Shade and Light one. Like, I hit pan on it, but I've had this for about a year now. But I got the NYX contour palette for Christmas, and I would not be surprised if I use this more in 2017 than this guy. This one I just find more friendly for different skin tones, so I feel like I'm going to be using this more on my clients when I do contouring for them, because this one, the Kat Von D one, is nice, but I never touch this side, and then this is just it's very limiting, I would say. But very good, and I can't wait to use this one more. Oh, okay. If I got comments on my last video, and just people like Snapchatting me saying, why am I always looking down or off to the side? I'm actually using my laptop as a monitor, so that's why I'm always glancing at, because I want to see if I'm in focus, and half the time I'm actually not wearing contacts or glasses when I do my videos. So instead of like scowling into the lens, I can have a laptop literally a foot in front of me and see if I'm in focus or not. So that's what I'm doing. Blush, I really don't give a shit about, or I don't really wear that often, but I have to pick something, I guess, right? I decided to go for the Morphe 9N palette. It's just a bunch of nice neutral blush shades. This is what I always pack in my makeup train case or whatever when I go see clients. So this is what I use. So it's kind of just my go-to blush palette. My favorite highlight, I don't highlight every day, but when I do decide to highlight, I always reach for my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. I feel like it just suits a lot of different skin tones, so I love that. My favorite eyeshadow palette was hands down the Morphe 350 palette. It just has all my favorite shades, and also going along with the doing clients makeup, this is what I always pack in half the time that I go for. Everyone always wants kind of like a bronzy or a neutral looking eye, so this is always my go-to palette. It's just great quality, they're inexpensive, and they just have a great selection of colors. So that's my go-to palette for 2016. Next one, mascara. Also another thing that I don't really care about. Nothing ever works or looks good on my eyes. If I had to pick one, I'd probably say the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. If anyone has troubles with their lashes and they're just very stiff and they don't like to curl or volume and all that other lash lingo, please recommend a good mascara, because I cannot find any mascaras I like or that look good on my eyelashes. So help a sister out, please. So my favorite lip products were hands down liquid lipsticks. I can wear these all year round. Summertime, wintertime, I really don't care if I have creasy butthole lips. Like it just lasts so long, and I'm too lazy to retouch, so these are the best. So my favorites were the Kat Von D in Bow and Arrow. This is just like a perfect cool tone nude, which I love wearing in the winter time. And then my next one was the Too Faced Melted Matte liquid lipstick or whatever, and then this one is in Cool Girl. So this is Too Faced. It's just a nice nude. And then this is Kat Von D's. So very similar, but this guy is just a little bit darker and more cool tone, and then that one's just a nice everyday nude. When they ask for nudes, so I went over foundation, primer, concealer, contour, bronzer, blush, highlight, eyebrows, mascara, oh, eyeliner. Hi. My favorite, wait, no, what was it? I gotta bash something at the same time. Everyone's gonna hate me for it. So my favorite eyeliner, it's just my love. I just love it. Is the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. I use this in all my videos. I use it on myself. I bought an extra one. I use it on all my clients. It is like the not felt tip. It's like the one where it's almost like a little artist brush. I just find it just glides nicer. And well, the eyeliner that everyone is saying in their videos is the Kat Von D, what is it called? Kat Von D Ink Liner Tattoo and Trooper. I bought this last year and I think I just got a bad one because I fucking hate this. For one thing, I don't like, well, I don't mind a felt tip applicator, but I think I just got a bad one because it's so dried out. It's not that black. I feel like this one goes on blacker and it goes on more smoother. Like this, I have to go over and over and over and like keep on working at it. Yes, it has a nice sharp point so you can get that wing really nice and sharp, but I never reach for this, and I never use this on anybody else. It's kind of just sitting there now, which I hate myself for because it's a waste of money because it's a higher end liner. Don't hate me for this, but I mean, maybe I'll try again down the line when I want to give it a second shot, but for now, yeah, it can go frig itself. It's kind of random. I wasn't going to talk about brushes or anything, but my favorite applicators of so for liquid foundation, if I wanted to use a brush, hands down the Morphe E31 foundation brush. It is a flat top foundation brush, and I feel it's so nice for if it's like a more liquidy foundation and you want to stipple it first and then work it in. I feel like this just does a great job at blending so nicely, building up foundations, and it's not streaky at all. I just love this. For a sponge, I thought I would say the Beauty Blender, but like the Beauty Blender was good. But I would say that the Morphe, oh god, this is dirty as hell. Okay. First, I was kind of like, yeah, whatever, but blends so nicely. The only thing I don't really like is that when it's just a fatter sponge, so when it gets bigger and gets soaked up with water, it gets even chunkier, but it still does such a great job, and I feel like they're just, the way that they blend out is very similar. I find that this is great, and this is great. My application that probably was the most the same throughout the year were definitely these two products. So when I was too lazy to go dampen a beauty blender, I just used this brush, which happens very often. I'm not going to do lashes because I don't wear them every day, and when I do, I reuse them like disgusting amount of times. So I don't really try anything, and lashes are so expensive. Why? If you guys like this video, make sure you like it and comment down below. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!